Hey guys, and welcome back to part number 3 of my video game trading card collection. If you didn't see part number 1 or 2, I will link them in the description below. Anyways, these on the table here were the cards that came in Nintendo Power. The binder contains the Power Challenge trading cards, which came in every issue of Nintendo Power from like 89 to 93, I think. And there was 9 cards in the back of each issue. And just to, I guess, promote different games. The purple ones are all Game Boy, the red ones are all NES games, and the green ones are all SNES games. And on the back of each card there's like a little description of the game, just some generic information about the release date of the game, and then some challenges for novice, intermediate, and pro skill levels. Just various little things you can do to challenge yourself in specific games here. But I always liked these things as a kid. I tore them out of my magazines and never had this binder when I was a kid, but I definitely had a bunch of these cards because I was subscribed to Nintendo Power for the entire run of the magazine, from issue 1 to 252 or whatever it went to. 3, I don't know, I can't remember. Long time though. And I'm missing a few still. I'd love to find more, because like I said, these are some of my favorite cards. Some of the artwork's pretty bad, like this Kingdom Crusade one here. I don't know what they were doing with that, but oh, that's terrible. These next cards also came from Nintendo Power, from later issues though, after they stopped doing the Power Challenge cards. These are also pretty cool. I didn't do as many, and I'm not sure how many I am missing from these, but I think I have all of them. But a lot of cool cards. I did Mega Man X series, or X2 rather, Star Fox 64. And Donkey Kong Country. And Donkey Kong Country 2. And Yoshi's Island. And Mortal Kombat 3. I like the they use Striker instead of like any other character. Ugh, Striker. And then some Virtual Boy cards, as well as a couple Ken Griffey Jr. cards with Super Nintendo logos on them. And Mario RPG. Street Fighter Alpha 2. And these were from the National Safe Kids campaign. You could buy like packages of these to give out to kids instead of candy at Halloween. And I really like the artwork on these. I used a lot of the old Japanese art, which we didn't get a lot of over here. Up next are my EReader cards. The EReader was an add-on for the Game Boy Advance that didn't really take off, unfortunately, but it was a cool idea at the time. The idea was that you would have a set of cards, in this case I have 3 here on the table, for Balloon Fight, Donkey Kong 3, and Pinball, and you would scan these barcodes on the card, and it would load the game into your Game Boy Advance. It's a little cumbersome, and not the fastest thing ever, but pretty novel at the time, so cool little idea, and it just goes to show that Nintendo's always been doing a lot of weird, quirky things. But Donkey Kong Jr. is the card set that came with the EReader. I also have here a Game & Watch Manhole game, as well as 2 promotional Foxbox cards and a promo Animal Crossing card. And if you'll notice on the back, you can see the stripes along the sides that you can swipe through the EReader. It's kind of like a little QR code. But pretty cool little idea. There's also some Pokemon Channel cards with EReader functionality, and some Pokemon trading card game cards with EReader functionality. Super Mario Brothers 3 for the Game Boy Advance, Super Mario Advance 4, had a lot of cards where you could scan in to get different items. They even had some levels that were designed specifically for the EReader, and it's a pretty cool concept, actually. The power-ups, I think you could slide them and you could get any power-up you wanted. So if you wanted infinite P-Wings, I think you could do that, and that's a little broken, but still pretty cool. But look here, you can swipe and get every item in the game. That's pretty neat. And then these are entire level cards here. And these were exclusive to the EReader and the Game Boy Advance version of Mario 3. There's some pretty cool levels, though, actually. I've only played them a couple of times just because of the nuisance of having to scan these cards, but it's a pretty cool idea. And up next are the Mario Party E cards. And to be honest, I've never played this, so I don't really know how it works. But I got the cards for it, because maybe one day I'll get into it. I don't know if I can turn the page here. But I like Mario Party a lot, so I would imagine this will probably be pretty fun to try out sometime. And up next we have the Super Mario Galaxy cards. I bought these pretty recently. I guess it's been a few years, actually. Target had these marked down to like $1 a pack. And I don't know. I've always been into trading cards, so I couldn't really resist picking these up. I got a pretty good amount of the set. I'm missing a few still. But nothing too special. Just kind of a lot of the same artwork that you've seen from Mario in the recent years. So I'll kind of just flip through these quick. It's not super interesting, unfortunately, but I wanted to share them nonetheless. Some of the special cards, actually, you could, I don't know if it shows, they're kind of perforated. You can pop them out and make like a little display. But I don't know, I'm not going to do that. And then they also came with some temporary tattoo cards. So if you ever wanted to have a Windy Koopa tattoo, I guess you could do that. And then these are some of the foil cards. There was only a few you could get in the packs, but I guess the more like chaser cards. I don't know if the light's really picking up the reflection of them very good, but you can kind of see it. And then the remainder of those cards, and then these four, I'm not sure what they were from. They're from New Super Mario Brothers. My friend gave them to me. He lives over in Japan, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're for, but whatever. I guess they're a thing I got. And finally are my Kid Icarus Uprising cards. And I don't know what they were really planning with this, but I never saw these in stores for sale. I think the only way you could get them was through some promotion things and maybe a Club Nintendo thing. And there was a couple that were in Nintendo Power, as well as maybe a Game Informer had one. They weren't easy to come by, and I don't have a ton of them, but I have more than a lot of people, I think. I don't know, just because they were not easy to find. My friend gave me these. They're European and of a much higher quality. I don't know what the like, listen, I don't know if it even you can hear it, but they're also a different size. So the European cards are bigger and of a nicer paper quality. They're not as shiny, they're a little more matte. I don't know, we didn't get those kinds here, we got some shitty ones. So yeah, you could scan these into Kid Icarus using the 3DS's camera, and it would import weapons into your game, and it was kind of cool, I guess. I didn't really do it that much, but you could. And these don't really count as trading cards, but they're still cards, so I thought I'd show them off here quickly at the end. This left one is from Japan. I think they were Club Nintendo rewards for Japanese people. The second one I got at a little Korean knockoff store in the mall. They were Super Mario playing cards. They have Mario Sunshine art, Mario Galaxy art, Mario Hoops 3-on-3 art, like Super Mario World art on it, like Mario Baseball. There's just like cut off Mario Party artwork. It's just so bootleg and ghetto. I will definitely show these off in more detail one day. And then these are the Platinum Reward from Club Nintendo a few years ago that I showed off in my Club Nintendo video. But anyways, guys, that is all of my cards. I don't have any more, so don't worry, you won't have to see any more fucking cards for a long time. Unless I get more cards. Then part number 4. Anyways, thanks for watching all these cards. I'll show some other stuff that's not cards next time, I promise. Bye.